Wow, it's it's been a long time. The last video I posted on my channel was I wrote it down actually, May 12th, 2017. It's been 2 years, over 2 years. How time flies. But anyways, I posted 2 years ago my reaction to Chelsea Football Club winning the Premier League against West Brom Albion. Me being the football fan I am, makes sense. But that's not the topic of what we're talking about. Is my spiritual journey to finding God, finding something greater than me, essentially. So we have to start from the beginning, which is me growing up, essentially, as little Chris running around. So I grew up in a non-religious household, not necessarily a household where we rejected God or religious people. It was just kind of a house where we didn't practice it. We were the mindset of, if it makes you happy, we're not going to rain on your parade. I had some religious friends, but we respected them and their beliefs. I vividly remember when I was like middle school-ish, high school-ish, around that time, I attended a lot of my friends' youth activities. They were fun. I was mainly there to hang out with my friends and meet new people, but never really got into the actual religious context. So I attended the events and everyone was cool. I had no issues with anyone. Everyone was super welcoming, super friendly, and it was a cool environment. But I didn't take it very seriously or seriously religiously, in the sense, since I had no idea what was going on. One of my friends in middle school gave me a Bible like this, and I tried reading it, and I didn't feel anything. I just reading the words, and it felt like I was just reading, like, do you remember when we had to read books for summer reading for school? It kind of felt like that when I was reading the Bible, and it was just kind of, I would read it, but I wouldn't get anything out of it. I never really explored that part of my life. I never explored the spiritual faith. I never explored that in my mind, or I never had the drive to actually think about it. It just never crossed my mind. So let's fast forward to college, undergrad. I went to an undergrad, and I was kind of dabbling a little bit in the concept of God and religion, but it was very surface level. I remember going to a non-denominational church one morning, just for the heck of it, because I'm the kind of person that I want to give things a shot before judging them. So it seemed like I liked it, but I never went back. No idea why, but I went once, and that was that. I remember a moment when I was riding my bike. Bikes were mainly used for transportation at my college. So I remember riding my bike to the beach. I used to ride my bike to the beach a lot, just to hang out, watch the sunset, and so on. Just relax, wind down, and get myself in a good mindset. And that's when I kind of remembered sitting down on top of the cliff and just kind of looking out on the horizon, and I started questioning, there has to be something greater than me. There has to be something greater than the life I'm living in right now. At that time I wasn't saying God, but hard to explain, but I was starting on the path to finding God. So that moment stuck out to me, and I don't think I had a lot of traction following that. I think it was just one of those moments where it's there and then it disappears. And then after that, I think I just went back to kind of being my super logical, I need to kind of see evidence type of person. And I finished undergrad in 2015. Yeah, 2015. I moved then to Rhode Island for grad school shortly after graduating. Still, I didn't have any drive or any passion to figure it out or explore that area of my life. It never struck me. I've been living in Rhode Island for 4 years, gonna be 4 years soon. That's pretty crazy. It feels like yesterday, honestly. When I moved to a new city in Rhode Island, this kind of kick-started this new chapter of my life where I started going a little bit deeper past surface level and actually getting into the nitty-gritty of religion, faith, whatever you want to call it. And that was when I met my wonderful, beautiful girlfriend here in Rhode Island. So this part is very, not emotional, but it's very to the core. This, I guess, emotional. This is the meat and potatoes of the story. So I met my girlfriend in 2017, and growing up in a Filipino family, which she's Filipino, most Filipinos are Catholic. I think I was only talking to her for probably, I think we were only dating for 2 or 3 months at the time, and then she asked me if I wanted to go to church with her. And I was kind of at first like thinking about it in my head, and then I was like, well, I like this girl a lot, and gotta bite the bullet, and you gotta sacrifice sometimes to make other people happy. So I was like, okay, I'll go to make her feel good too, but also kind of explore this part and pick up where I left off from going to a church service and kind of questioning the existence of a higher power or something greater than us, whatever you want to call it. So I attended Catholic Mass with her and her family for like 5 to 6 months, regularly attending Catholic Mass and not really knowing what's going on in any way possible. Nicene Creed, Apostles' Creed, when to sit, when to stand, the concepts of Jesus' resurrection, I'm not Catholic, the consecration of the Eucharist, bread and wine in representation of Jesus, like he told his disciples at the Last Supper, his body representing the bread, the wine representing his blood. So I attended Catholic Mass for, like I said, 5 to 6 months, and this was my time where I was really looking into myself and seeing and thinking about this concept and seeing where kind of I fit into this puzzle in a sense. So we started attending we moved churches because there was a church that was closer to us and it's walking distance, and compared to the church we were going to with our parents, which was 25 minutes away from our apartment. Yeah, it was just easier for us to go to the closer church. It's a smaller church, smaller congregation, not that big, but it feels very homey. It feels really beach-like in the sense with like the wood, the stained glass. It's a nice little congregation, but we started going there. Her mom always threw the idea out early at me because she knew I wasn't religious or I wasn't a Christian, and she always told me about the RCIA class, the Rite of Christian Initiation, something. I don't know the acronym, but she always brought that up, and I was like, oh, okay, one day jokingly, but that became a reality. After one of the services, they announced that they were accepting applicants for the RCIA program. Me being on this spiritual journey and me being curious, I was like, yeah, sure, it'd be good to do this because I could know more, and eventually at the end of the program, I could become a full-fledged Christian. I enrolled in the program. Program's so special to me in my heart because I did a considerable amount of learning, not only mentally but spiritually. The combination of the classes and then going to Mass and doing the readings for the class really blended in well and started to get me going forward and getting closer to finding God. The more I went, the more passionate I got, the more intrigued I got, the more questions I got, the more I got involved. I remember one time they were short on people to do collections to collect donations from the congregation to the church, and I helped out one day. And because I'm a very helpful person, I like helping wherever possible. Happily, I still do that today. Every Sunday, I have my spot in the church. All the way on the left-hand side, I'm at the stained glass of the resurrection. Seems fitting that a person that wasn't a Christian finds its collection spot next to a resurrection stained glass. But in the classes, we did a lot of readings, talked about major concepts of Christianity and specifically the Catholic Church, the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, prayer, the Eucharist, teachings of the Catholic Church, and essentially why Catholics believe what they believe, and also the Rosary. Actually, let me get my Rosary real quick. Got it. So this is my little rosary thing. Shout out to my girlfriend's mom and parents for getting me this from when they were in the Vatican. Let me see if you can see that. It's a Pope Francis rosary with all the basilicas in Italy, with a very simple cross, but very, very, very nice. Very appreciative of it every single day. So we learned about all that kind of stuff, and the more I got into it, the more I was sold, and the more I accepted it and really started to believe it. I started attending the Bible study. Our church has Bible study 2 times a month, and I started attending that to kind of further my learning and understanding of Christianity, the Word, everything like that. And I just want to say that I give a lot of my spiritual growth to Deacon Fulton. I might post a picture here. I owe a lot to him, kind of being there for me discussing and asking him questions, and kind of him clarifying all my concerns or misunderstandings. Without Deacon, I'm not sure if I would be here where I am right now spiritually if it wasn't for him. And I thank God for that every single day. But anyways, so it culminates all the way up to the Easter Vigil, the day before Easter. My girlfriend's dad was my sponsor at the Easter Vigil. It was a long service. It was about 2 hours, but it was beautiful. The readings, the music, nothing beats it. So if you are Catholic, Christian, whatever, and you haven't been to an Easter Vigil, please go. It's one of the best services that you can ever go to. There I got baptized, confirmed, First Communion. So I got all 3 at once, and I was a Catholic, an official Catholic, even though I've been attending Mass for close to a year. There you go. Now I am a full practicing Catholic who does collections every Sunday, goes to Bible study, reads the good word every single day. I do a lot, but yeah, it's crazy how where I started and where I am now. For those who are questioning God or don't believe something's out there, I understand where you're coming from. Just give it some effort, give it some time and energy, and I know that you'll find God. God's always there. He's listening. He wants to help us, but a lot of the times we're just not listening, and that's just the truth of the matter. Even priests, even deacons, we're all human, and we tend to make those mistakes. But please just give it some time, and I'm sure you'll find God, and you'll find that His word is good, and you'll find a lot. So if you have any questions, please comment below, and maybe I'll do more videos about this. I'll see you hopefully not in 2 years. Okay, bye.